I also think he's a control freak, and he wouldn't let it go the other way, in the sense of if he felt like he wasn't 100% confident with the result, he would have someone
grab that person right there and then.
Yeah. He wouldn't just leave. He's got a full team and everything, yeah. But I watched him do it, dude. I watched him do it once. I'll share this story. This is sick. Tony Robbins' world. There's a thing they call Tony Trance. Okay? It's like their own lingo. It is when he's in the middle of a... What's it called when you're... Intervention. He's in the middle of an intervention. Dude, intervention will go for like 3 hours.
Yeah, no shit.
But...
With one person?
With one person.
So he'll do this live with one person for 3 hours?
With one person for 3 hours.
Shit.
Feels like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
When you're watching it. You'll be watching like so... you don't know where he's taking this to. Yeah. You got no idea where this is going, and you're so entangled in what the person's saying and what he's saying back, and trying to work out, like, because I haven't done his leadership stuff, and in the leadership stuff, they teach you how he does it, and then you watch him do it. It is fucking one of the best things I've ever done, because you watch him dissect the person, and we were all on Slack, and everyone's saying, he's doing this, he's doing that, and you could see what he was doing. Like, oh, cool, that was a rapport thing. Oh, cool, that was this. Oh my God, what he did there was he led her to where he wants her to go. Like, and they were breaking it down. And he did that thing, the suicide thing.
Yeah.
Right? And he called out. Now, he knows who he's going to call. He knows who he's going to call on because you
before.
Yeah, because you do a questionnaire when you're coming in. And he knows who he's going to call on, or he knows who the red flags are in the crowd. And he called on this lady. And dude, like for like 3 hours, he was talking to, he's fucking full on. This is full on. He's talking to her. She was talking about how her dad died and and her dad loved him and everything else. And he was talking to her saying, your dad wants you to do this. Like really, really full on, man.
Yeah.
And 2 hours in, and he's talking to her and he's like, all right, close your eyes. He's doing all this hypnosis stuff. It's full on. And she's crying and she grabs a frame and she hugs it to her chest. And he goes, did you just grab a photo of your dad? And then she was like, she nodded her head like, no, I didn't. And then she's like, can you show me what's that photo? And she turns the photo around and it's her and him from like 30 years ago. Dude, and
her and who?
Tony Robbins.
Oh, right.
In the frame, yeah. And he freaked. He's like, it was the most, I can't even.
Where'd she get the frame from?
She saw him like 30 years ago.
No, you said she went and grabbed
the frame. Yeah,
from where?
It was virtual.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was all virtual, yeah. So she was at home. So he's doing this to her at home. And I'm thinking, dude, like, how are you going to control this? If this goes sideways, how are you going to, she's at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, does this whole thing, sick. He starts crying, she's crying. And then buys her, sister, go pack your bags right now. My team's sending you a plane. We're bringing you here. And he brings her to the studio where he is on the phone. And I'm like, fuck, dude, like full on, man. It is a wicked experience. I think everyone should do it.
Yeah, cool.
Wicked experience. But now, knowing what I know in the training that I've done, I now know what he's doing. At the time I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, but how cool is that? When you see, once you've done all the training and you've done all that, you can actually see, okay, and understand that whole process more so. And that's probably why it almost takes away the magic.
It takes away the magic?
You know what I mean? It's like when you see him, when you know how a magician does his tricks, it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, very tough.
I didn't know you were doing it.
Yeah, because we had the same thing when we did our training about speaking on stage. And you look at it and you go, cool. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know why you did it. I know how come you did it. I know timing, the voice, the tone.
You can't unsee it.
Yeah, you can't unsee it. That's exactly right.
But I think, sometimes you need to be the magician.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like there comes a point in time where it's like, I don't want to be the audience.
Do you see yourself ever stepping into that world? As far as being a Tony Robbins-esque type person?
Define what that world is. Like PD, the personal development.
Yeah, potentially.
Not on that level. So Tony Robbins, if you look at personal development as a whole, Tony Robbins is actually fairly simple. Dude, when I learned what I learned from him, I was like, this is unbelievable. How the fuck have I been walking around not knowing this stuff? Now, I look at that and I'm like, that's basic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But prior to that, I didn't know any of that, nor what I know now.
Yeah, and that's funny. It's so true when you see that sort of stuff and when you learn it. And I think a lot of people, there'd be so many people that go to Tony Robbins events like that, done everything you have done, but still continue to go every single time. Because they'll go and sorry?
I don't do that.
Me neither. I wouldn't want to go because of the learnings. You'd probably be going more for the entertainment. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, that's not what I was there for ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying what I'm getting at is people do these trainings to feel good in the moment. They don't actually take what they've learned and use it in their life. And they just keep going there. They become fanboys ultimately.
Yeah.
And keep going and keep going and keep doing it and keep signing up and going to the next one, going to the next one. Oh, this makes me feel so good in that moment because it's great and helps you think about X, Y, Z in your life. And then they go out of it. They're good for a month. They're good for 2 months. And then they're back to the same old shit.
Yeah. You know why? Because they don't take action.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
100%.
Without a doubt.
Dude, if you go and you implement what you've done and you've gained the trajectory or the projection that you want from that, like it has gotten you from A to B and that's what you've wanted it to do and it's done that, you don't go there anymore.
I've been in that exact same boat. And just as recently as yesterday, funny enough, where I called you up and said, hey, I'm done with this program.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just felt I was looking at it as far as, okay, do I go and continue this journey for another 12 months or whatever it might be, however long I've decided to do it. And I just felt I'd gotten to the point where it was no longer benefiting me. And as good as it is to have that person to be able to lean on and have that conversation with, I didn't feel that it was going to take me further. Do you know what I mean? I felt like if I continued on that path, I just would have been like this the whole way through. I don't think it was going to be a peak or a trough. Whereas when I first started, it was like, I'm here. Whoa, let's go up here now. Wow. Okay. Let's go up here now. And then it continued like that for quite some time. And I think people get tricked in that going, well, the only way I can keep going up is if I stick around doing the same old thing. It's like, no, step out of your comfort zone, go do it yourself, go reinvent yourself, go do it better.
Hey, I put on a post about this the other day, sometime, can't remember. And it said something along these lines. We all claim to be people chasing our dreams. Right? A lot of people do. There's some plebs, and that's okay. But a lot of people say, yeah, like I am chasing my dreams, whatever it might be. And we all want to do that thing that makes us uncomfortable. Yeah, like we do that thing. Yeah, I get up at 5 a.m. Yeah, I have cold showers. Yeah, I have ice baths. Yeah, I do this, I do that. We get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Once you're comfortable with it, it's no longer uncomfortable. It's a paradox, right? And if you only do what makes you uncomfortable and become comfortable with it and you continue to do that same thing, you're no longer doing what's uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean? You need to have cold showers.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you because you don't want to do it. No, and that's the reason you need to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to do it and you're like, nah.
I even sent you that video the other day.
Yeah, that it's bad.
Cold showers are bad for you. I'm like, you see?
Yeah.
You're putting your body into shock every day.
I can't do that. But seriously though, like, and that was something I had to realize because I was doing the same thing and I'd been in the same circle for a few years and I was like, oh, but I need to stay in, you know what I mean? This is a whole like pushing myself out of my, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I was so comfortable there. Like I knew everything there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've done what I need to do here. It's time to move on. You know, and that's the thing that we don't do. Even if you've done it once. Oh, you know what? I've been to Tony Robbins. Okay. What's next? Do you know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I did this. That's great. What's next? Jimmy Carr went on a podcast recently. He said this thing and I fucking love it. I wish I made it up. And he said, imposter syndrome. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? You should feel it every 18 months. You should be pushing yourself so much in life that you feel like you don't belong every 18 months because that means you're fucking growing.
Yeah.
That means you're doing shit that you didn't do previously. Because if you always feel like you belong and you always feel like you're comfortable with what's happening, it means not a lot is changing in your life. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I was the same. I when I had that realization and I was like, I'm too comfortable here. Like this is not, it's no longer serving me.
Yeah.
And I moved on.
Do you know, it's funny, I was thinking.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and thank